How you doing, people? All right, cool. We're back. We're going for a short one today. We're going for a quick one today, so it's just kind of easy, digestible on the likes of Spotify for our Spotify listeners and stuff like that. Thank you, everyone out there. We're going for a quick one, but obviously with a quick one, we've got to bring everyone in. Let's bring in the wonderful Jack, who's right now doing his I think his dissertation. He's final year, I believe he's doing. Am I right?
No, but I am doing exams, so the hard
Exams.
work's still there.
Exams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stress. You seem stressed.
Well, it's 3-2 Liverpool right now. We might blow a 3-1 lead. So, and as you know, we need this game in order to. We need this game. It's very important.
You know I have no mercy because you laughed at me last week. You were laughing at me. You were mugging me off last week. So it's just karma. All right, next back in, we're going to bring in the one and only Lamar.
What is that?
Lamar.
No intro today.
It's not about intro. It's about introducing yourself.
Yeah, at least say hello, innit?
Hello, people.
At least say hello.
Coming to you live from South.
Whatever. Now it's done. And Marzino.
Yo, people.
Is that brother from Don't Be a Menace in South Central?
Yeah, I'm getting my hair done, innit? Don't roast me, man, but soon come. Hope everyone's good.
I mean, obviously, we're talking about cyberbullying, but bro, that's it. Like, hopefully
I'm good, man. I got
cool. All right. So, before we go into this, I did want to normally do a news of the week. Do you know what? Come on, have you got something on news of the week this week? I know what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, I think
on the subject.
I don't really have context.
Cyberbullying. Come on, I'm cutting you off. Yes.
News of the week, brother.
We are contradicting the whole point about cyberbullying right now.
No. This is on the topic.
News of the week.
What's the girl from Little Mix? She's doing a documentary that's on right now about colorism and racism.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. Oh. Proceed.
Right.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
I'm gonna watch it after this.
You know what? I think it's official. We need our own house on a big mansion show and just be left with you there and see what happens for a week. I swear to be fighting. All right. Yeah, thank you for the information, Lamar. It was great. You know, normally you segue that at the end, but I guess you just decide to just do it whenever.
No, because it's on right now. I was looking before I came on, innit? So
yeah. Well, I do want to talk about what's happening in Israel and Palestine, the Palestinians, what's happening, and I want to touch upon that, and I just want to keep everyone aware of what's happening. It's a retaliation from each other. Long story short, a lot of Israeli. It comes down to racism. I'm not on one side or the other. I'm not going to start doing the whole I'm on this side or the other. Yes, I'm very more pro Palestinians. Yes, I am, but I don't see the point of war in general. All the killings need to stop. Do you know what I mean? Hamas and obviously are saying that they're protecting themselves. Israelis are saying they're protecting themselves. Just stop it. Just stop, because it's while they're having their thing, children are dying in between, and that gets me emotional. Like I can't imagine what it'd be like if we were all living that life. Do you know what I mean? You hear some of the stories from the Israelis saying that they'd see bombs coming towards them, and that's why they don't care. You hear the stories of the Palestinians and what they go through. Palestinians and what they go through, and you just think to yourself, guys, we're all over because of racism. I that's what I put it down to: racism, a form of racism. So, like, well, I see it as a form of racism in some ways, because obviously the Palestinians have been suppressed in the land. They've been discriminated, I believe. But this is, again, anyone who is from Israel. I'm not saying that there is nothing that's happened to you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from the information I've learned from different people, this was a retaliation from years of suppression. And I believe, was it a mosque? A mosque got raided. Am I wrong?
Bombed, destroyed, set on fire. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
it's even called a conflict is a bit disrespectful in itself, at least in my opinion. And I don't. Obviously, there are people on both sides, and there are children dying, but there are children dying on one side. There are people being completely mass murdered on one side, and of course, there are bombs on the Israeli side, if you want to call that. But when you've had we can get into it forever, but for me, there's one party in the wrong here, and it's utterly disgusting that countries such as UK, US, etc. are obviously going to continue to support this pretend imagination land nation. That's my piece.
I think if you go back in history, this is just constant. It always seems to come back down to UK, the UK and the US, because obviously UK was lead territory in control of that part. It's a long story. It's a long history thing you go into, but yeah, I know, obviously, like I said, I'm not saying, like, obviously, yeah, we could go deep into this and we could have debates. I just want it to stop.
Yeah.
Just full stop. I just want it all to stop. Like, for me, it's quite clear one-sided. Everyone's saying it's quite clear one side is just like going OTT. Do you know what I mean? But regardless, it just needs to stop.
It's scary. You see this stuff in movies, you read about it in books, like, and it's when I deep it, it's real life. Like, I can't imagine it. I don't know how. Like, I just simply can't imagine me being in, like, living that life. Like, that is outrageous. It's crazy. The thing that people are actually living in that life. Like, this isn't something that's considered normal, innit? Like, it's crazy.
It is. It's scary. Boy, but yeah, that was the news of the week. Let's just get straight into which kind of the connection of conflict, but another type of conflict, cyber conflict. That over the last few weeks, sports has been dealing with a high level of cyberbullying, especially towards players. And it's not even just players of color; it's all players. Players of color has been the one highlighted situation, from monkey chants, monkey emojis, and banana emojis and stuff like that. So racial abuse and stuff like that. But then you have other players that talk about even just being abused in general because they lost a game, and stuff like that. And this goes down to even when we get down to social media being what do you call it? Influencers or mini stars and stuff like that. And the amount of social bullying that these individuals get. And it was a subject that I want to make it a two-part. I want to bring it up again next week and go even deeper by bringing some guests in. But I thought it'd be good to do it with the lads. So yeah, I'm gonna let. I believe the best person here to talk about it would be Manzino. I think we all have been through it. I've been through it, but Manzino's currently having levels of it that I hear that is disgusting. So yeah, let's go for it. Manzino, kind of lead away. The question, obviously, the main question is: yes in dance, but in general, is cyberbullying? Well, I think it's a stupid question. We already know it does exist. How bad is it really?
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with talking about, like, mine and my partner's, like, experience on social media, more specifically on TikTok. TikTok's well known for, like, dance, but it also has a comedy side, magical side. Like, there's a lot of different paths you can go down on TikTok. So yeah, we first started off about a year ago. We built our way up to around 400,000 followers. And I can really say this was very prominent in the beginning stages. So I'm just going to talk about a few things, like just a few remarks I remembered and I wrote down. So there's sort of three different people that we would normally attract. So there's the person that says, I don't understand why, because my partner, she's of a white race. She's what do you call it? She's of a white race. So So there's a one person that would say, I don't understand why you're with a black person. The other person would say, I don't understand why you're with a black person. And the last person would literally strictly be racist towards like me as being a black person. So those are literally the main three people who normally attract. Like I said, this was extremely prominent in the beginning. I feel like it's something that they try to bring you down, and then as we've been growing and growing and growing, it's sort of kind of like kind of slow down a bit, slow down a bit. A lot of offensive words, a lot of racial remarks, like just typical ones. One of the most extreme ones that I saw, which kind of touched me, and I was thinking, raw, like couldn't believe it. So one of a video that me and my girlfriend done, it got posted around Snapchat by a black boy, and he captioned it, if I, something along the lines of, if I ever see one of my guys with a white person, if I ever see one of my guys with a white person, I'm gonna just assume they're in serious need of help. If I ever see one of my guys with a white person, I'm gonna just assume they're in serious need of help. Like when I read that, the thing is, it got sent to us. I don't know this person, I don't know anything. And we kind of have a high following, so stuff gets shared around. We don't know who it's going to, who's seeing it. So the fact that it even got shared to us, and someone was like, "Yo, someone put this on their Snapchat," so it's gone from other platforms now. So they're thinking, "Bro, like," and this is at the beginning, so this is all kind of new to us as well. So they're thinking, "Bro," I'm thinking, "Wow," like in somewhat I feel betrayed, innit? Because I'm thinking that's a fellow black person, but at the same time, I just brushed it off. I was like, whatever. It made me feel a type of way. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, wow, like I was very shocked by it and hurt. But you just got to move on and just keep that thick skin. In terms of, just gonna quickly talk about in terms of like how my partner feels. She like gets her a lot. She just said like she it angers her, irritates her. And it's like it's just a borderline thing of like it's not your place to say what you got to say. Like, of what authority or hierarchy do you feel like you have like to say these sort of things? And it's very mean, it's terrible. But then majority of our followers do defend us, back us up in the comments, which is very nice to see. My mother as well, she's also following our social media platform. When she sees it, she like pulls me for a chat, talks, like it gets deep. Like she's even sometimes she wants me to just quit it and stop it. She wants to get mad. But in terms of dealing with it, it's like you gotta have that thick skin, man. Because like I said, if we let that get to us in the beginning, I don't feel like we'll be in this position that we're in now. We wouldn't have grown to this place we're in now. And we're still growing. But yeah, you gotta build that resilience. I think that's the best word, that resilience against it, because we sort of signed up for this, this is what comes with it. It's not good, it shouldn't, but this is what it is. This is the life of social media. I just feel like it's disgusting, it's totally wrong. And I just feel like if you are going to go down that lane, like I said, you got to build that resilience within yourself. Yeah.
Mad. That's quite deep, bro. That's quite deep. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else here dealt with some form of cyberbullying? Feels like it's like an AA meeting right now. But yeah. Has anyone else dealt with some form of cyberbullying? DMAC, Lamar, Jack? No, so you haven't. I could go. Should I just throw my stuff?
Yeah.
I think the worst cyberbullying I've experienced. I've had a few. I've had a few. Like Manzino, mine was worse in the beginning than it is now. And the guests I'm going to be bringing in next week, I know their ones currently, a few of them are currently, it's really bad now. But mine was more bad. The Got to Dance era, it was bad. BGT time, it was bad. There was stuff you would see, it would near enough make you so angry, like to the point of like, have you ever fought someone and you're crying? Was you ever a kid? When you're a kid, you fighting them, and you're winning as well, but you're crying at the same time. Like you're so angry, like
Tears of anger.
Yeah. Tears of anger, like bro, it was mad. So yes, I've had a few. I've had a few nasty ones. I've had a few public nasty ones as well. So it's not just in the DMs or the comments on videos. I've had the ones where it was like on the actual Facebooks of of BGT and them not protecting us, calling us so many different nasty things. Look at like calling us wastes, calling us piece of S. IMD on this one I'm talking about, the crew. I've had monkey stuff sent at me. I've had attacks, and I've had messages about my daughter been sent. Obviously, like even her mother has sent me messages of them saying, "Why are you with an N? You got an N baby," and stuff like that, things like that. And then obviously, I think one of the things, IMD themselves, we get some nasty stuff. But it's not as bad as it used to be. I think the last thing I always mention, the last thing was, sadly, one of our young guys had someone pass, and they actually said, "Oh, you're individual," because I don't want to give them that time of day to say who they were mentioning out of respect for the other person. Looks like Sadio Mane, and I was like, "Rah." Like, you see everyone here saying RIP, respect and everything. And I felt angry and upset, and I felt bad because obviously I know IMD is not a social influencer, but we are an influencing page. You know what I mean? In hindsight. So really and truly doing RIPs it's not really a smart move on my side. Do you get what I'm saying? But you think people are going to give love and remorse to it. Do you get what I'm saying? And you feel, and you want to pay your respects, but give them a good enough platform for that respect. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not, likes don't mean shit, if I'm honest, but it's our way of saying that, look, we respect what's happened and we were here for you. So when I saw someone do that, I was like, rah, like, it doesn't stop. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't stop. I don't mind the dislikes. I don't mind the YouTubes. We prefer your other videos and all that stuff. I don't mind all that stuff. But when you see things like that, it's a little bit trolling. But yeah, I don't think it's mine. I think the best thing I ever got told by someone, which is why I don't think that we get as much, ignore them and just delete them. That's the best thing I ever got told. I said, if you feed them, that's the best thing I can say. I'm not saying it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, but there's a level of, if you feed them, then they will come. They will come. There'll be more. Do you know what I mean? They won't stop. I guess, I don't know. But anyone else? Or what's everyone's view on cyberbullying? What does everyone feel? What is a cure?
I mean,
I don't think it's me personally, because I've never experienced it personally, but I've seen it. Like me, I was introduced to TikTok quite late. Like, I didn't get TikTok until like a few months ago, and even so, it's a private account. And at the time, it was like when this introducing my type video was going around, and people were introducing their types. And if there was a person, or specifically a black guy, yeah, that was like of a darker complexion, if he picked a bunch of girls that were lighter than him, the drag that these guys would get would be mad. Like, literally, like, it even got to the point, yeah, where if I'm seeing a certain amount of numbers of certain people that were of lighter complexion, first place I'm going is the comments, because I know people are going to say something negative. Getting accused of colorist, racist. Like it's mad. And it's sad to say that it's like, for you to have social media and have like a certain amount of following, that you have to build thick skin, because certain 9 times out of 10, like people like Kamani, he literally just went on TikTok and did his thing, and people enjoyed it, and he gained how many followers from it, just from doing his own thing with his girlfriend. And it's sad that people have to build thick skin because these nobodies want to have negative things to say just from people doing their own thing and just doing them. So it's sad to see, but it is mad. I mean, luckily, I don't really do social media, so I experience it, but I've seen it happen, and it's mad.
That's Kobe. Jack. Yeah, go on, Jack.
Yeah, no, I haven't personally experienced like cyberbullying. Obviously, in real life, you experience these sort of things. That's part and parcel. But we kind of touched on it when we finished up yes, last week we were chatting about it afterwards, and Omar obviously touched on it. Like it's just one of these cruel things in life that, like, of course social media companies should be doing stuff to of course social media companies should be doing stuff to prevent it, but they won't, and they're not going to. And unfortunately, it's if you do want to pursue, like, if you want to call it a career or whatever, a big following on social media, like Money said, like, this is part of it, and it's sick and disgusting. But ultimately, what can you do? There's nothing you can stop to prevent these people from making these accounts. So I think, like, it then becomes you talk about, like, how are you going to handle it? Like, do you block these people? Do you retaliate? And I think retaliation, as much as you, like, want to, it's exactly what these people set out to do, you know? It's exactly what they're trying to achieve, like, because these are evil, sick, twisted, like, weirdos on the net, man. The internet's a horrible place. So it's just about trying to keep your, like, mentals and stay clear, like, of it, as ridiculously difficult it is to do, is is what I think.
Coach.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I was before, obviously, like Lamar and Jack spoke when Kamani was saying about it kind of comes with it. I feel like it's sad that that's even a thing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't remember, and yeah, I think Kamani is one of the best examples. And Dijon, I don't know if you get hate, but if he was to, it's like we're not setting out to necessarily be the greatest thing on the planet. It just happened to happen. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it works for some people, sometimes it don't. Like, we didn't ask to blow up, if that makes sense. Like, I really just went online and, like you said, do your thing. I think also with the troll thing, I was going to ask you guys. I don't feel like I've seen it. I have seen cyberbullying. Sorry, I haven't seen it like be normal accounts. I don't feel like I've ever seen an actual person's account do the trolling, if that makes sense. I feel like it's always
I've seen it.
You have?
I've experienced it, bro.
Mad. I was gonna say, for me, I always see it as like,
oh, you missed
like,
Manzino actually talks about it. He talked about actually having a brother, a black brother, actually do it, and he felt betrayed. He felt kind of like stabbed in the back.
I feel like when I've seen it, most of the times, it's always like a burner account or some 1234 user XYZ. Do you know what I mean? But then that bit that it asks the question of there's might be a hidden agenda or a motive behind the comment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I was going to touch on that as well. Like more time when people are commenting, like you're saying, because it is them burner accounts, them troll accounts that they just quickly make. And I think to myself, like, they're just silly little kids just trying to, they want my attention. They want me to give them a
Trying to draw
reaction.
you out of character, innit? I think that's the aim of trolling, is to draw that person out of character to get a reaction.
Exactly. But then, like Ohms was saying, like, when it's an actual person, like, if you think like raw, like, it hits you differently. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like Lamar was saying, when, for example, the example Lamar brought up when the black boy posted that he was interested in light skin colored girls. When it's your own people coming at you, you feel like it's a different type of, like, whoa, like, it's different. Like, I'm not saying I expect racism from white people, but the hate to bring down from your, like, to tear down from your own people, it's a different sort of burn from what I feel like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the biggest hurt I've had when it comes from my own people hasn't actually been the other stuff. If I've got a white girlfriend and stuff, I've been very private of my life. So because I've known this happening, I know when I'm not private. I've seen what happens when you're not private with your life. So I've been very private with my life. But the most unprivate thing I have is IMD, right? And the most crappiest thing, and it actually was just lighting. It was just lighting. I mentioned this to you boys before. If you remember, I talked about it. The 2017 UDO performance. It was literally lighting. Half of the group, if not majority of the group on that stage, was black. It was lighting that made everyone look bleached out. Do you understand? We had Daniel on there. We had Corey on there. We had Kobe on there. We had Ishmael on there. We had, like, India on there. I can go on how many black people was on that stage. And I don't even know why I just did that. Like, why do I have to justify myself on how many black people? Like, if it's not all black people, it's not all black people. So what? But it was like, something about I remember when IMD used to be more black people on there. It just looks bleached out or something. It was like
It was like it's all whitewashed now or something stupid
whitewashed
like
or
that.
something like that. Yeah. I just remember sitting there thinking, rah. And I tried to look, I looked at the account, and the account was an official account, and I just went, rah. And like it was it wasn't like the other ones I've had in the past where I'm like, I was quick when on the, you know, I'm dealing with Karen and I'm dealing with Stacey from Yorkshire. I was just biting them back. I was like, bam, bam, shut up, da. You know, you message back. Don't come in. If you don't like it, pass on, innit? But when I saw that, I didn't even know how to respond. I think I did. Again, it's like I'm doing now. I justified it. I was like, no, it was the lighting. Fuck, I don't know why I even do that. Like, so it's okay. It's not lighting. It's all white people. What? Like, leave me be. I'm doing my thing. Why are you trying to? I don't know. Go on, like.
Yeah, I feel like whether it's a burner account or an official account, I think because regardless of what type of account it is, the person behind the phone or behind the screen is still a human. So what I've realized is that people just kind of project their insecurities onto other people. So really and truly, it is obviously for attention, and they're always trying to draw you out of character. But under the same breath, I do believe as well that these people they just love projecting like their insecurities on other people. And because I feel like there's been a sense of confidence that, for example, Barnes shows on his TikTok, like that they don't have the confidence to do, so therefore they feel like they have to tear them down for it. It's sad, isn't it? But I feel like it's just a massive projection and jealousy as well. I think there's a lot of that when it comes to just like trolling, and I think people feel bare entitled to like giving opinions. Like no one actually asked, I'll be real. Do you know what I mean? Like comment on the content of the video. Like stop. No one asks you to say, "Oh, I love it." Like people are actually too fast nowadays. That's what I've realized. It's just mad, so mad. People feel very entitled. That's one thing. But,
For you guys, you have been like racially abused on like your social medias and that. Have you ever had a time where like you've retaliated or responded and you felt like, yeah, no, that was right, that made me feel better, and also that put that person in that place? Or is it always circle back round to like the initial like sadness of it? Or does retaliation ever like help you?
Do you know what? 9 times out of 10, I don't retaliate. I'll just ignore it. And I think that's the best thing to do. One time I did retaliate and respond back. I felt like I put the person in their place, but afterwards I was like, why did I even do that? I just wasted my time. But in the moment I was so frustrated and irate. I was like, no, like you're wrong. Like trying to educate them, trying to make them understand rather than getting at them. And after that, I just felt to myself like I just shouldn't even done that. I should have ignored it. And I think that's the best thing you can do is ignore it. I know it might be hard, but I feel like that's the best thing in the long run, because you don't give them that attention, they won't come back. The more attention you give them, the more they feed off it. For me,
yeah. I feel I've had times I feel good, but I think I felt better when it was on like a live page than when it was personal. When it was personal, it was just back and forth, and then exactly what Manzino said. I felt like I just wasted my time. Sometimes we came to a good place. I won't lie. Sometimes we came to a place where it was like, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, and we appreciate each other's opinions. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like it went from obviously them being nasty to them find out they're human beings. That I could have actually gone across the road and passed them on the road and thought they were an okay person, but they got brave on social media. It's like that one. Is it Zahar? And then they finally found it, and they found out it was 11-year-old kid.
Yeah.
From school or something like that. But yeah, no, I've me personally, I've had the George Floyd one. There was ones I was feeling great, and I felt like all my black people go, "Yeah, well done, Omar," clap, and then the person will clap back, and then I realized I'll clap back with some life history, like some David Attenborough shit. Like I was going all in, Einstein, giving them facts, pulling on them, and they're like, "Yeah, cool," and then they come back with theirs, and I'll be like, "Okay, you're missing the point," and then that's when I started, and even personal debates I had with people would come up with all this, you know, other people had racism, and it's like, that's not the point. And then I realized in the end, I gave up. I actually gave
all
up.
lives matter.
you can't change. You can't change these people.
Yeah, I
Nah,
get
they
that.
don't want to change. You can't.
There's some people have got to. It's weird. It's a weird one. Some people have actually got to. There's some people have actually. We've got to a place where it was like, okay, I get it. I don't agree, but I get it. So I don't know. It's a weird one, but I've recently given.
Let them die.
Yeah, I've recently given.
Let them die.
Lamar, you're going to say we're going to finish off now, but Lamar, you was going to say something.
Oh, I was gonna just say, yeah, based on what Dijon was saying, yeah, about these nobodies having like entitlement. Like, I find it weird how you can have so much energy to actually type out and actually post what you actually think. Like, say it's irrelevant. Like, yes, everyone's had their moments here. They've seen something, they've had their little tutu comments here. But I've always said the energy that it must take for you to actually take that opinion and actually type it out and actually post it on the actual account for it to be negative. Not even positivity, you know. Negativity is some I don't have a job, bunch of wasted energy, I need something to do, pick me. I don't know, man. It's just mad.
They're just
You're right,
pathetic. Their lives are so pathetic. Like it's just,
Do you know,
it's
I
just,
think-
you know, it's a wasted life as well. Like you were born, yeah, you were carried for 9 months, no matter how long your scatty mother did it for, just to do that. Like you are such a waste of life. Like that's what puzzles me. They don't deep what they've just done. Yeah, think,
That's
oh,
good.
yeah, I told him. Like they're such needs. They're so moist. Like.
I feel like there's a hidden agenda with these people. 'Cause I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching, but I was watching something. Oh, the Zizi and Wiley interview. Yeah, Zizi was in Wiley. And she was talking about Wiley like trolling people. She was like, "Don't you think they're just trying to draw people out of character?" And he was like, "Yeah, basically, I'm trying to get a reaction." But they also do it for like I was speaking to Ruben last week, and he was like, "Some people comment around like nasty stuff or like whatever bullying stuff and posts to gain clout to their page. Like, do you know how many likes his comments get? Like when they're like, oh, then you see like 335 likes on his comment, just like building, giving them the attention that they want. And they're just looking for a reaction. I feel like. I know what question for everyone before we end off. Has anyone here ever trolled?
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely like to
I
comment.
mean, I'm to my mates, like,
but 100%.
not to like
Get some
strangers.
girl, yeah,
like.
some black girl, what's it called? I think her name is Tracy or something like that on TikTok. So this girl looks like, fam, her teeth are mashed up. She looks like she's been eating bricks. This girl,
We can't contradict this.
I told you we need our own TV show. We need our own TV show.
This girl who's chatting the most rubbish.
This contradicts the whole show.
You are
33 minutes.
That girl gets on my
Lamar just went, yeah, and then went, no show now. This girl looks, her teeth look like she was.
Lamar's got a burner account. Lamar's on with a burner.
Oh my days. She gets on, you know what? She gets onto black people, yeah. She said that they're loud, they're ugly, they're And first of all, fam, I don't know, what is it? Closure, lace wig, something like that is doing a madness. But and also, like, somebody must have said something, yeah, like in retaliation or something like that, yeah. And I liked it. I mean, it's not. I mean, I've really got only 4 followers, so it's not like my like's gonna do anything. But I definitely liked it. I felt like it was my duty. I had to retaliate.
Oh no, wait, no, I understand. I think what you're saying is kind of different.
He put him in duty. What do you think it is? Called
Destiny.
Rainbow Six, Call of Duty or something.
No, listen,
Modern
the fact that
Warfare.
I
It's
saw
my
that,
duty.
yeah. Listen, the fact that I clocked eyes on it, yeah, and you're targeting me. What you're saying, you're targeting me. I'm not gonna think something and then type something, man.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna like something or something else. So somebody else that is type something, man.
I've trolled someone. I realize I've trolled someone now. Now you said it, I've trolled someone.
Who have you trolled?
Oh my gosh.
Katie Hopkins.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, then I'm a troll as well. I'm a troll. Yeah, I've done that.
All of these are reasonable, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
that's justified.
No, wait, no. The reason I'm saying because Lamar said that basically the person that was it's really true. It was the person doing a TikTok video that's trolling because he was saying how she was being rude to like black people and whatnot. So if someone comments under their video because they're being rude, then of course, like that comment
I
is
agree.
The reason why I
justified.
say
They
yeah
like it, fam.
about
That's not
the
really trolling.
Like some people
Reason
need
why I said-
cyberbullying.
what?
Some people need it. Yeah, like that same girl, she needed it.
She
And then
needed
I saw some other
troll.
video.
That's facts,
Some
bro.
black girl
I don't
came
agree.
and said,
I
"Stop
agree.
putting
I
out
agree.
about
To an
black."
extent.
This
To an
troll
extent,
just went
to an
completely
extent.
left.
Bro,
This
not.
troll completely went left.
Oh my god,
No, but
Let me get real,
does
like-
anybody?
bro.
No, does anybody know
Now we're
the
ending
person
of the
I'm
show.
talking
Some
about?
people need to be trolled.
No, some people do. Like,
Most people
Katie
do.
Hopkins.
Like I can't lie. Like the like people who like racist people, yeah, who are like openly racist on Twitter. They deserve to get exploited. They deserve to get exposed. Like all of the hate they get, losing their jobs, their address getting leaked. They are asking for it, and they should get it.
Yeah, but aren't we being hypocrites then?
No, because
This is-
no,
No,
we
because
are
this is
saying
just morally,
people like
like,
Kamani that are
incorrect.
doing their thing, yeah. But listen, everyone knows the way the internet works nowadays. You have blatantly come on this social media platform with how many K followers and cussed out a whole race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's right.
This is different.
Come on now.
But wait.
That's not
Hear me out.
trolling.
Hear me out. Why I say
Two
yeah.
wrongs don't make a right.
No, but
I'm saying,
Fire with fire.
I'm
You
just saying,
understand?
there's a reason why they should be trolled, because that means even though we might not see the reason why, for example, Kamani is being trolled, yeah, that person can say, "Oh, this is my reason why I'm trolling Kamani," and that makes it okay.
okay.
No, because they're
Can I
not
jump in
justified
real quick?
reasons.
Wait.
Because you're
I
comparing
think-
like a human right issue to someone
hear
just being
what?
a prick for no reason.
Like, everyone responding to them, retaliating is fueling them. Fam. I'll be real. It's fuel. If it was to be ignored and stuff, they wouldn't carry on doing it. Fam. They
Do
wouldn't
you
carry on
not
posting
ever
it.
think? Do you not ever think though? Because obviously I'm lucky enough to not have experienced this, but say I did, I don't think I could ever hold back. Like if it came in the masses, obviously it'd be impossible to keep up. But I feel like from at least in real life scenarios, this is how I handle and deflect these sort of people. Is like more or less taking the piss out of them back and making them feel less than, if you know what I mean. Like I don't know what would be an example because I can't really say I've been in much of one, but like if someone was in a comment section like you damn smelly curry muncher or something, like then why is smiling gotta be I'll probably
What?
why is smiling I'll probably like almost play on that back to him to a point where I'm using humor to deflect it, like it's like a shield for me.
I've done that.
Is that something that's
I've-
achievable?
I've done
for you
LOL.
guys?
I put laughing faces. So
That's
I've done
a
it.
real-
So
Oh, no.
when I was on Katie Hopkins thing, I trolled her with my. It wasn't even a troll. It was more like I was giving her facts in it, but I kept on posting it, so I was messing up her page. Anyway, someone tried to get onto me in it. They tried to get onto me, and I just like putting laughing emojis. But I felt this power because I could see them reacting and going, "You're
Do they
being
get more
immature."
mad?
Yeah, so I got more happy as I see them getting angry.
That's
More
what I mean.
laughing
Like, that's
emojis.
how I feel when
And
I
was
see these things. Like,
upsetting this person.
I feel like yeah. In like, I haven't ever personally trolled someone, but like in those comment sections, like you said, of like these issues and that, like the Katie Hopkins and whatever, like making these people hot is so funny. It's so funny.
As you would, but you know
Because
what?
they
The
feel
funniest thing as
defeated.
well, when they gotta come out in a apology video like soon after and apologize for what they've done or said.
But you know,
I get a
these
kick
people
out of that.
probably
Yeah,
these
go on,
people
D, Mike,
probably
you
just
should
want
try.
the publicity. No, I was just gonna say that. I think people just want the publicity regardless. I think this point was like raised earlier on here, but I don't think they actually care. Like they'll release the apology video because they have to. But let's be real,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah, of
any
course.
publicity for them is good publicity. You know that saying. So I think like they troll for a reason. Like I definitely think that it was Kobe. Like to get that kind of clout, fam. People go crazy. It's clout, fam. It's a drug. Like people will do anything for it. So if they have to say something mad so they can get better likes and traction towards their page, they'll do it. So I even because when we deep it, if we put them in their place, that's still a reaction. That's a comment. That's still us investing in their page in a sense, or investing in their time. So really and truly, we're falling into the trap. So it's a catch-22 kind of thing. I'll be real. If we can put them in their place, but then half of these men don't even care like that. So it's mad.
I was gonna finish off saying that it's getting worse and worse and worse on social media. and like to a point where most meme pages, most comment sections are filled with bad negative comments because that's what causes all the likes. That's what gets the traction in. So people, I feel like every single meme page or pitch I've seen has a negative comment under it because they want the likes. That's what gets it in it, and it's becoming more and more often. And within the dance scene, I feel like we can expand on this in episode 2, but just to touch on it basis, I feel like 100% within the work and commercial scene. In the underground scene, I think not so much, but yeah.
Well, we everyone has to admit there was a bit of cyberbullying to my guy from Pineapple Dance Studios. I'm just saying.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who?
The guy who gave us what was the style he was giving us?
I know you're talking about.
I don't give a shit what anyone said. It was full on cyberbullying onto this guy. No one held back. The comments I was seeing, I felt sorry for him. I felt so sorry for him.
I'm so confused.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy, and he had Pineapple Studios, and he has a class and he was. What did he do? Was it mix of locking and I don't know? I can't remember. Was it Afro lock? I don't know. It was something.
Afro and dance or something.
It was street dance. It was a black guy. I feel like his name was Leroy or something.
No, Reggie or something like that.
It went viral.
It went viral, but I thought so. We tried to do locking. I don't know.
Afro and dancehall.
It was doing something that was mad.
Winston.
Winston.
It's Winston, isn't it? Wait, guys, I got one last question.
No, I'm about to finish. Go on.
Is it still cyberbullying if it's done in private?
Yeah, if you send it to the person.
Yeah, sorry.
No, like if there's a meme, and you send it into a group chat, and you look.
No, that's rude. Because what I said in the group chat is not going to affect another person if they don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's called. That's called snakish maneuvers.
Yeah, that's.
He's a pro. I don't know what side he's on.
Oh, up there.
That's snakish.
Mamu said something and not say nothing. No laughing. And just be silent.
You know, there's many times I'll go on my timeline and I'll see something I like here. I'm not going to bait out, obviously, but I'll see something I like, or I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I'll drop a comment, and then I'll slide to the group chat. It's a different story. It's completely different.
Yeah, but I'm seeing my people, guys.
All right, next week we'll talk. We'll go. All right. Bye, guys. I hope you have a good day. And
don't let the club kill.
Don't cyberbully.
Just a resilient.
I'm killing my people.
But some people need it, as Lamar said.
Exactly. Some people putting Gorilla Glue in their hair and that, and then 2 weeks later coming out with.
So bye, guys.
Come on.